I tell you, your faces look amazing. Those cookies look delicious. And the teacups that you all colored, oh, that looks better than my china on the tables. It does. It looks so much better. We're almost ready. We're getting there. Yes. And I meant to tell you all, I loved my song that you sang when I first came out. It was so good, and you all have good voices. Wow, I didn't know you could sing that loud. Because what do we always love to say? You have to sing loud and spread cheer for what? The whole world to hear, right? Yeah. I know. Okay, I'm just making sure we're getting ready.
Mrs. Claus, can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
Do you remember that super secret special project that I was working on at the North Pole?
Jingles, you have so many projects. It's hard for Mrs. Claus to remember.
I know.
I know.
I made something really special for everybody.
Oh, I remember.
But what do you think? I feel like I can only give it to them if they're really nice during story time.
I think so too.
Right?
I think so too.
What do you think you guys do that?
So Jingles has made you all a special gift. She's worked hard. She's had so many projects. Jingle is my most creative elf. She can come up with ideas that I never even thought existed. So you have a special gift that if the mayor is still here, we'll give out at the very end. And that gift is something for you to take home with you. But we have to be very quiet during story time, okay? Because we want to have our listening ears on so that you can hear the story and so that our friends online can hear the story as well too. Okay? Okay. Are we ready? Okay. So, I'm going to be reading Mrs. Claus Takes the Reins. Now remember what I said. I'm going to remind my friends online. In fact, can we all say hello to our friends online? Hello. Good morning. We're so glad you're joining us. Our story time with Miss Claus is going to read this book, Mrs. Claus Takes the Reins. And I always wondered if Santa Claus ever got sick. Could I be the one? I know it. Okay, so remember, we're going to be very quiet. And we're going to start our story now, okay? I'm going to take my glove off so I can read. I can turn the pages really good. Okay? Okay. It's Christmas Eve morning and everything's set. So why hasn't Santa Claus woken up yet? Okay? Santa Claus, time to get up. Santa's hot cocoa, please, in my jumbo-size cup. Can y'all see? I'm stuffy, I'm sneezy, I'm slow as a yeti. My big ho, ho, ho isn't holiday ready. We must cancel Christmas. Oh, what a disgrace. I have a solution. I'll go in your place. So Mrs. Claus quickly assembled a crew. She mapped out a route from Taiwan to Peru. She made a supply list and checked on the weather. The elves helped her gather the presents all together. They gave her the list and they packed up some snacks, then loaded up all of the boxes and sacks. Then Mrs. Claus bravely climbed onto the sleigh. Don't worry, she said. I will save Christmas Day. With a snap of the reins, she shot into the night. Merry Christmas to all. Wish me luck on the flight. After some flying, they spied the first town. She called to the reindeer, let's start heading down. She gracefully shimmered through chimneys with care arranging the presents beneath all the trees. This job is so simple. In fact, it's delightful. But soon the wind swirled and the weather turned frightful. She flew through the tornadoes, then blizzards and sleet, which nearly blew Mrs. Claus out of her seat. Ooh. The ride became bumpy and things started squeaking. She saw that the fuel in the sleigh had been leaking. Keeping her calm as she stayed in control, she stuffed in some ribbon to plug up the hole. They slid through Sweden, see Sweden there, and bounced around Spain, then galloped to Texas and zoomed up to Maine. Look out, she shouted, she told Rudolph. An incoming duck. Do you see that duck there? Poor Prancer pulled left and his bridle got stuck. A rein became twisted around Vixen's head, which made them start traveling southbound instead. She had to act fast to untangle the rein. Oh, look, she's working and working, and she doesn't have enough magic. But I've got a brain. The problem now conquered, they've got back on track. She felt one more present still left in the sack. I'll send it straight down. It's our very last one. Then Mrs. Claus hollered, "We're finally done!" With Rudolph's nose leading the way through the air, they reached the North Pole with 10 minutes to spare. Mrs. Claus is pretty good, isn't she? She entered the workshop and to her delight discovered the elves had been waiting all night. They lifted her up as they shouted, "Hooray! Our own Mrs. Claus has just saved Christmas Day. Congratulations, Mrs. Claus." Look how tired she is. So as much as I think I would be a great Santa and I would be able to deliver all the presents, I'm going to leave that job to him. Because you know what I do? I make much better cookies than I do driving a sleigh. Yeah? Did y'all like that book? Yes? Can I get everyone, y'all all did really good. I am so impressed. Jingles, did you notice that? I think everyone deserves a present, don't you? And you all have to thank Jingles because she worked really hard on that. Sprinkles doesn't have a very good crafty style, so she's more glamorous, and Jingles is my crafty one. So y'all make sure you say thank you to Miss Jingles, okay? So we're going to let her pass those out. We're going to say, once you all get them, I want us to make sure we all yell Merry Christmas really loudly, okay? Here, why don't you sit right here beside me?
So, one of my favorite Christmas decorations. What do you think is my favorite Christmas decoration? A Christmas tree. And what do you put on your Christmas tree?
Very good.
Ornaments on there. So I made you all with my own hands.
She's so good.
Very special ornaments for you to put on your tree so that you can remember the tea party that we had together today. What do you think?
I think that's wonderful.
I put all my ornaments on my tree.
Can I show them one?
Oh my goodness, I would love
Can I show you one? Oh, Jingles, look, it's shaped like a star, a snowflake. Do you see that? And it's Jingles. It even has my picture on it.
I knew you'd love it.
Oh, I love it.
You're
Thank
so
you
welcome.
so much, Jingles. Okay, everybody gets one, okay? So let me make sure I put this one here. Can I keep this one?
please, Mrs.
This will go back
Claus.
on our tree.
Mr. Claus will love it.
He will love it. And you know what he will say? Ho, 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 where's my picture?
Well, he's on everything.
I didn't do that too good. He always does it better. Did I tell y'all? I have a secret to tell you while she's handing out these ornaments. Y'all can't tell Santa. Do you know I made a special new batch of cookies this year, and it was his favorite. He loved them. He loved them so much, I had to put an extra button on his jacket. Shh, don't tell him. After this Christmas holiday, he's going on a big diet. Don't tell him. He doesn't know. So y'all make sure you leave milk and cookies, because that's going to be all he has until this time next year.
Show his ornament.
I know. Isn't this great? Now I want you all to put this on your Christmas tree. And Jingles, can we all look up at our friends online and say goodbye? Goodbye, friends online. Merry Christmas. Thank you for joining us.